$238,000.
This is Ludwig. He's dancing because he loves his job. He's paid off nearly $250,000 in debt. And let's be real, he's got the moves. But no tale of triumph would be complete without a little bit of adversity. Let's take it down.
I was working a job that was immensely stressful. As a retail pharmacist, I'm even having panic attacks, on the way to work. And it just didn't feel like a healthy work environment, and I felt like I really needed a change. There was just so much debt, I really couldn't. That was probably one of the most powerless feelings I'd ever felt. I said, I'm never gonna feel like this again.
He listed out all of his debts, and while he was aware of his student loans, he had also accrued a lot of other expenses along the way.
I got a brand new car fresh out of school, and then after I got promoted into a manager position, I immediately traded up to the next car. And between the student loans, the car, and a credit card, it was about $238,000.
Okay, so first our hero cut his expenses. He moved into a new apartment with roommates, and he traded in his more expensive car for a used car that he bought with cash.
A big component of your financial health is your mental health. Spending in some ways was me trying to buy my happiness, and it wasn't working. A lot of your life is mundane, and there's a lot of beauty in that, in just living a simple life and being happy there. I live in an apartment that's reasonable. I don't have any car payments, so actually living within my means is pretty easy at this point, as long as I, don't try to finance anything, that I don't need. I'm not gonna lie, I surf through some car websites here and there and fantasize about the next car, but I'm trying to hold on until I hit some goals.
This is my schedule. I've been trying to plan my meals a little bit better, so it's just to keep me a little more organized. It definitely helps in not buying too much excess groceries to help with that weekly grocery budget.
There's nothing that's left that I don't eat at the end of the week. Nothing really gets left behind. You know how people will meditate and they have that moment of inner peace? When I'm hitting my goals, that's when I have my inner peace. Budgeting was huge. It gave me a clear idea of how much money I'm spending, where that money's going, and how much money I had available to pay off my debt. I used a great website that tracks everything. Something you probably don't always want to see. Doing great on personal care, like getting haircuts and stuff. With food, which is usually my main culprit, I'm going a little bit over. $3 over on my coffee budget on the month, and we're only 15 days in. It's probably pretty enlightening for anyone who doesn't really track everything that they're spending closely.
After cutting his expenses, Ludwig used the snowball method. That's where you pay off your smallest loans first, as opposed to an avalanche method where you're prioritizing loans that have the highest interest rate. This is gonna help give you a feeling of momentum and also have some little victories along the way.
A lot of finance is not just numbers and what's mathematically the correct thing to do. You have to be emotionally invested over a long period of time to accomplish that. It's like that saying, how do you eat an elephant? It's one bite at a time. So it was just one loan at a time, one payment at a time, taking a small goal, and eventually those small goals add up to a big one.
When he was finally debt-free, Ludwig was able to quit his job and find one that he likes a lot more, at a medical marijuana dispensary.
How many opportunities do you get to be part of a brand new industry? And it's really nice to be able to choose a career that I want to do. If it's something interests me and it makes me excited, and there's an opportunity to learn and grow, it's awesome to be able to do that and not have debt be some kind of a barrier for me to make the choices that I want to make.
Now that deserves a victory dance. So dance, Ludwig, dance.